change is happening every moment. What you are right now and the next moment you will not be the same. That we all understand. And there is a saying in the world that change is the most constant thing. But the world that we see today, what is happening in this world? In this world, people are not changing their self, or they're not flexible to the change. They are so rigid with their behavior, their habits, with their definitions, with the images of the people that they create inside them. So they are very rigid about it. But change is the most important thing at this moment when we are passing through this time, and especially when there is a new world which is about to get created on this reality. So what is changing is lively. What is changing is living. What does not change is dead. So people had been carrying the dead images. People had been going with the dead definitions about beings, about things, about whatever all spirituality and things they have defined in a way. So when there is no change, the culture and the civilization that you see around is a dead civilization. So a being has to change, and change has to be continuous. And the most evident thing about change is your body. You see how you are born and what you are today as body. So the change is absolutely evident in front of all of you. So once there is a change, so that means we have to accept that change and we have to flow with that change. But are beings really interested in changing? So the dead civilization that we have today on earth, they have not accepted the change that the world is going through. And when they are not changing, so they are living a life which is absolutely dead. A dead life with dead definitions, with dead rituals, with no meaning, no continuity towards a future which is completely changed. If you look at the time that earth is going through, in this time, the future is already defined by the authorities, by the leaders of the world, by the controllers of the world. The future is already defined. So once the future is defined, so everyone has to move towards that future. It is just like beings are being dragged through the moment that they are living right now. So when change is there, change is coming, but you want to live a dead life with the dead flow and the dead processes. The process which the father is giving to the son, the mother is giving to. So it is about the dead life that beings on earth are living right now. It is about the same life people have been living from centuries, and the same life process is being handed over to the next generation. The same ritual, same kind of living, the same lifestyle, and without any change. You see how people are celebrating the festivals all throughout the year. The same kind of program which is given through generation to generation, and it is just asked from the next generation also to be followed in the same manner. Be it any festival and any part of the world, you see it is the same thing. Neither they know the significance, nor they know what exactly has to be done on that festival and why it is like celebrated in that manner. But it is just like without any change, the same things are passed on to the next generation. A dead life is being passed on without any change, without any alteration, without knowing what is coming up on earth. So if beings are really interested on this land to change what we call as change, so that means the being has to be completely transformed from within, where the being has no limitations whatsoever, whether it is related to the outer world or the inner world. The outer world has to be seen, observed, and then inner world has to be changed. Once the outer world is seen, observed, and one knows about what is happening in the world outside, then it is easy to bring the change within. And once that change is there, the being remains a free being on earth, and it becomes easy. But the should be list of the being that is handed over today, whether it is in relation to any other being, as we call it as a relationship. So that should be list is a dead marker. It's a dead marker to define that a relationship has to be like that, whether it is a relationship with the mother or the father, son, daughter, husband, wife, teacher, student, or a colleague, a friend. So all these things are defined in a very dead manner. And you see the state of the world today. It is so sad an affair that the moment you change that should be listed, even by an inch, there is violence. So the dead beings want to live in a dead world. In a dead world, there is never a change, because the dead world is formed by the corpse. But change is for the living.